Alright viewers, you're welcome to E-Weekly Extra, where we get a feature on a certain personality. And this week we're speaking to Yemi, Alade, multi-talented lady. She's a great dancer on stage, of course she has a fabulous voice, and of course multi-award winning lady. Sit down and enjoy E-Weekly Extra with Yemi Alade. Do I have to apologize that it's way overdue? Me, you should have done this like years back.
No, there's a time for everything. And I guess this is the time.
Are you sure?
Yeah.
I'm sure you might not really remember. I think it was 2011 or 2012. We were doing some sort of rehearsals for a pageant in Echo Hotel. And you were on stage doing some sort of sound check. And I said that was like 2011 or 2012, it's way back. I remember it was one of the pageants we had in Echo Hotel, and one of the artists that was supposed to perform, you were on stage doing the sound check. And I remember there was no instrumentals, nothing, and this beautiful lady, very curvy, was doing her sound check on stage, and I'm like, she's got a great voice. We go way back, right?
Thank you.
We go way back.
Okay.
I'm sure you don't remember.
It must be Most Beautiful Girl.
Yes, but I can't remember what year it was. 2012 or 11. It was one of both.
It should be either 11 or 10.
Exactly. Because I remember you were on stage and you were doing the sound check.
Yeah, I was still trying to get a hold on my craft. I remember.
Looking at it from then till date, what's your story? What would you have to say about, okay, my story has this and that?
It has been grass to grace, experience to another experience. It's been a very eventful for me, actually. And it's been a total learning process. Like, I have to continuously keep on learning new things I learn and start learning new things. So I just keep learning and learning, because the scope, the scope and even the heights, they increase. And so, you as a person also must adapt.
Okay, the truth is everybody thinks it's easy. Understand, you always think it's easy for you guys to be on stage, to face the audience, to travel to new places, to even do interviews like this. So tell me, are there times when you're working with anxiety? Are there times you're working with stage fright? Are there times you've even been booed off stage?
All the time. We're always working with anxiety. It is an adrenaline-fueled job, if I can put it that way. The butterflies in our tummy, or let's say in my tummy, they never stop. Like, it's a regular day-to-day thing for me. And what I do is that I turn the fear and the adrenaline into passion. You can turn any situation into positivity. Nigerians are good with that. We turn all the bad situations, we turn it to jokes, and we start laughing about it. And so I put that into my craft as well. Of course, it's never been easy. It's always been I've always known that, okay, even when I find it hard, I just pray. Of course, I've been booed off stage. Who hasn't? Even just for no reason. Sometimes the crowd isn't just finding it funny. But I was like, way back though.
Okay.
But there was nothing. I didn't do anything. They just started, woo, away. I'm like, okay. I just continue performing anyways.
As a lady, I know you guys can be very emotional.
Yeah.
Honestly, when you got off stage, how did you have to process that session in your life?
Ooh, it took me a while to get over it. It took me quite a while to get over it, because I couldn't understand. I hadn't done anything wrong, and I'd prepared so well, so much for it. I'd gone through quite a lot. I sacrificed a lot just to be on that stage that day, and it was even in my own school. So I was like, it's not as if I performed before these people and I've done anything wrong before. What did I do? You understand? I just didn't understand. But, I guess you lose some and you win some.
True.
Yeah.
Very true. Downtimes like that for you, when you're emotionally down, when things are about to choke you, who do you turn to?
Oh, God all the way.
Okay.
God all the way. And then anytime anything happens to me in my head, the first thing I do is to try to create I actually investigate it in my head. Like, I go through it, I probe it, and I try to find out, okay, what went wrong? What will I do next time if this happens again? What do I not do? Like, I just do all the deciphering in my head, and then I move on. And then I also talk to people around to find out if it's only just me in my head thinking that I had a bad day, whereas the people that I was entertaining had fun. So I always In the beginning, I used to always ask my manager every time I came off stage. I'll ask him, okay, on a scale of 1 to 10, what would you score? He'd say 2. He'd say 3.
What is the most, trying one that you felt, this was very damaging, and you woke up to this and you heard this or you read this and it absolutely split you in two?
I'll say 2 things.
Good.
Nothing can damage me when it comes to words.
All right.
You can try to dent me. You might be lucky enough to get a dent, but I'm up on my feet before, but you can never damage me with words because I've already said the worst things to myself already. It's like I'm over that and moving on already. One thing that definitely damaged me that came from that got to me.
Yes.
That came from outside would be when my Instagram page was hacked. And I'm one person that it's not like I'm trying to be holier than thou or whatever, but there's some things I don't get involved in, and some things I just stay away from. My brand is a family kind of brand, and it's still very adventurous in a way,
right.
But I don't go overboard. And this person that hacked my account decided to post marijuana on my page, and was asking people to come and partake in the marijuana festival.
Okay.
And everybody that has an idea of my brand knows that I don't deal with that kind of thing. And the person now moved on to start DMing Fino and saying some very erotic and nasty things. And he himself knew immediately that definitely wasn't me, But how many people am I going to tell that, okay, it's not me? I was on tour in France and I was already receiving calls. Not even me myself, but the show promoters were receiving calls that who is Fino and what is going on. Can you imagine that? And that was on the 14th of February. It was really horrible for me because I'd worked so hard and still working very hard to keep the brand as refreshing as can be. And someone just, because you have the opportunity to get into internet and do things that are wrong, you decide to just dent someone's artistry. That is very wrong. That definitely got to me. I got nominated for BET.
Okay.
Best African Act BET, and I think I got an interview, and I in the interview I said I feel closer to the Grammy. All these nominations are coming left, right, and center, make me feel warm. They encourage me and they make me realize that I'm just a few steps away from the Grammy.
True.
And this happened to have gotten to Linda Ikeji. And I don't know, I normally don't read comments. I don't know what took me there. And then I went, but there was not one encouraging comment. In fact, they weren't just even bashing me, they were bashing all Nigerian artists. And they were saying that, oh, what kind of music do you people do? You can never have a Grammy. In fact, take a seat. In fact, take several seats. Blah, 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 blah. I'm like, in my heart, I just told myself, if anyone has a dream and we could individually hear what the world has to say about your dream, trust me, you wouldn't even leave your house, talk less of standing up to walk. I think because some people are too scared or they believe that they can never reach some heights, it worries them when other people want to achieve the unbelievable. You must want the unbelievable to achieve the unbelievable. And I will continue to want more than you do. I'm sorry.
Okay. She's got a mojo. I like that. I like all the energy. But it's true, and I get connect with that. And the truth is, sometimes you feel if you listen to all that, you won't do anything. So the best thing is, don't listen to people. You don't owe them anything.
At the end of the day, like really, end of the day, when you really listen to Fela's music, what kind of music was he doing? Other than picking on politics, let's put politics aside. What kind of music was he doing? If you were to put it in our today's sound, he was just talking about women,
exactly,
bashing them, and things like that, and just ordinary things, which is what everybody's talking about now. So you can imagine if he was saying he wanted to be a Grammy winner. He's gotten nominated. His son has gotten nominated.
True.
What is his son singing? Do you understand? So people are very big hypocrites, unfortunately, and we need to step out of that box and embrace, because the Grammys will only give a true African. It's not going to. The Grammys will not award someone who is singing, "Oh, I wanna dance in the sunlight." No, say, "I wanna dance in the sunlight."
It's too clear difference.
Straight up.
Clear difference.
African.
Yeah, but sometimes you have your fans complaining that some of this information, you people, not you in general, post it online.
Yeah.
And go back and complain. So how do we deal with that? Because the truth is, we speak to some of these bloggers, and the bloggers say, look, let's be honest, they're the ones who send this to us. We put it out there, and they begin to, complain about.
Give me an example of like.
Let's not mention names now, but they've been able to, actually give us proof that these people send these.
When it comes to sending out stuff to bloggers, the only thing I send out is my music, and I have my PR that takes care of that. I don't send anything to bloggers. If they lift it off my Instagram, oh well, I'm good. But the opinions and comments is only part of the business now. It's part of the business. People have to talk, unless you're not important.
Thank you for even mentioning this. It draws a lot of attention to the MTV Awards.
Yeah.
For me, that point where you got your award, and yes, you had a lot of your fans saying, Waje, Omaoni, Tiwa Savage, Shea. You're beginning to look like you're getting the headlights. You understand? Does that put some form of pressure on you?
No, not at all.
I'm sure you've heard that, right?
I've heard something similar. And people always compare. In the beginning, I never used to like comparison. Then I realized that it's not better that they're comparing you to Beyonce than comparing you to a nobody. If you like Gucci, you're like, oh, I love Gucci. It reminds me of my Versace belt. So that's good comparison. But I love that. I love Gucci, but it looks like Yaba stuff. Now that is the problem.
True.
So if they're going to compare me, go ahead. As long as it's something dear to your heart that you like, it's fine. It's all right. This is an Ankara jacket made by a Nigerian designer. If you go abroad, you see that Zara has similar stuff.
True.
So go ahead and compare it. It's fine as long as it's a good comparison. I don't have an issue with that.
Very true. So there's no tension when you hear this, and when you meet some of these ladies in this category they compare you to, do you get some sort of butterflies in your belly?
I do, because as much as the journey gets better and we continue to attain greater heights by God's grace, these are people that definitely, even when I hadn't even released any music, I was watching on TV.
All right.
I was listening and I was learning from what they do, and I still am. So it gives me great delight, great joy to at some point be able to even meet them. I hardly see them every now and then, but when I do, I feel like a little baby, because that's what I am. They've been there for a while, and everybody has significantly done something great in the musical industry. I keep telling them, people keep saying, the press keeps saying, there is only one seat, one throne for the females. That is not right. Everybody's occupying something, just like the guys are doing. They need to stop giving us that one slot, that one allocation. I'm tired of it. They need to stop it, so that we can expand. If you continue saying, like the popular one, Tiwa Savage, Yemi Alade is doing this, hey, Tiwa Savage. If you keep doing that, there will only be one spot. But there isn't only one spot, because we are international brands. Go anywhere in Africa, go anywhere in the US and London. They are not referring to one. They're referring to many female artists in Nigeria. So why are Nigerians trying to stereotype all the females to only one seat? We are all kings. We're all occupying spaces and doing great things. We need.
I hope they're listening. What would you
y'all
say?
Better listen, y'all.
What would you say is your selling point? Because you just told me about you being a family brand.
Yeah.
You understand, and we all know that's what they say, that sex sells.
Yeah.
And for a female to be internationally acclaimed, she has to be sexually appealing. So what's your take on that? What's your selling point?
I'm not a hypocrite. I'm very aware of that. Even if you follow my dress sense, you will see that it's not as if I cover myself with with a veil from head to toe. That's not the idea. I am as real to myself as I am with my fans and the content I put out there. Basically, if you see an African woman, the true African dress sense is almost nudity. Let's be sincere. And mama and papa then they dance half naked for that their virgin dance that time. You remember that one? They could just wear maybe just wrap out there. Even it's still in South Africa, there are still some places where they don't wear bras. The king doesn't allow them wear bras. All the women are naked. That is how they roll. You know, so in my musical videos, if you see sometimes I'm wearing a calabash for a bra, or I'm wearing short this or short that. I what I do for myself and my brand is to be real. And if you don't like it, oh well and good. But the true African is almost nude. So people that are being hypocrites should step back a bit. This one I go be original go be. Johnny leave me follow Cynthia, and I don't know what to do. And he talk say I no do like the way Cynthia they do.
With all the success of Johnny, the single and the singles that came after that, do you think this brand right here, Yemi, can actually put more content out there that should supersede the success you've created already? Because you and I know how big that music has gone. Video views.
We don't even know, my dear.
I mean, it's gone viral. You even had, alternative versions in other languages.
Yeah.
Video views on the internet has been massive.
Yeah.
Do you think you'll be able to meet up with that so people don't tag you as
The
a one-hit
Johnny.
one? Exactly.
Yeah.
So how?
Well, I try my best not to put myself under any pressure, this is because even when I was recording the song Johnny, I had no idea it was going to be a hit.
Right.
It was a song I recorded and it leaked. I didn't even officially release it.
Right.
So if God has planned, it's God that gives. And Johnny is a song as much as we know, some of us might refer to it as old, but all over the world, it's still a fresh song. It's still climbing heights. We need for it to finish doing what it's doing before something else can be 100% attached to it. What Johnny did was that he opened doors for my other music. Everywhere I go, even if I release a song 2 weeks before I go on tour, people are already singing it in all these countries. I know numbers don't lie, and every month my songs are gaining a million. And Johnny is really way ahead. But yes, of course, I definitely believe that there's more to come. It might be 27. Right now it's about 27 million views on Vivo, but that is the starting point.
Okay.
I need that 200 million views that Taylor Swift has or that Beyonce has.
We pray.
I need that, man.
We pray.
I'm aiming for that, and I can't wait for God to do great wonders.
We pray.
Yeah.
What's Yemi Alade like at home? Who are you close to? Parents, your siblings? What are you like at home?
Oh, Yemi Alade, other than all this makeup and clothes and I'm very boring. I'm a very boring girl. I just like to watch lovely movies, eat a lot of food, just chill. I like being by the water side and just not all this putting cars and everything. Just watch life happen. I love different places. I love traveling and meeting interesting people, having interesting conversations about things that affect us. I'm just the girl next door, basically.
Family?
Family. When it comes to family, what do you mean by family?
Who do you like at home? Who are you close to?
Oh, who am I close to? Family, and see, everybody's in your business, so we're all like that. We know everything about each other. So my mom, my younger brother, especially.
What's the relationship like now you've become celebrity status? Is it still, do they have access to you?
100%. The only difference is that they don't see me as much.
Okay.
So every 1 month or 2 months, my mom is asking, "Hey, Beryl, where are you? When are you coming to see me?" So I try to keep the relationship as much because it's very important to me, But I am so blessed. They've been so understanding. If I'm in a session and my mom calls, I'm like, "Mommy, I'm on a studio session." Okay, take care. Have a good one. That imagine if you're in a relationship with a guy. It's very hard. He will understand, like, oh, okay. If after like 20 times you told him the same thing, he won't even bother calling again. It's you that will not be chasing him. You understand? So I'm just very grateful my family can understand, because really they have the right to want to clench me and be there. This is one of the reasons why my mom doesn't stay in Lagos. She says she doesn't want to come to Lagos because she doesn't want to, be in that space. Sometimes, like they say, really that sentence that says, if you love something, you have to let it go. Okay. It's tough, but it actually works sometimes, and I really appreciate it.
And honestly, has all this been financially rewarding?
Yeah, it has. And It is the joy of any worker to get paid
All right.
at the end of any job. The only thing that I really pray for is because is that the industry that we're in is very dependent on your financial capacity.
Yes, true.
You shoot a video for 5 million. I'm not even joking. 5
Okay.
million. 5 million no be small money.
True.
For only one video, and you guys shoot like 5.
Yeah.
Hold up. Don't rush me. And since that's not enough, to push media out too, sometimes you have to,
True.
bless the palms that bless you. So a lot of things go into this. If you're getting paid 1.5 or 2 million and you're shooting a video for 5 million, meaning you have to do like 3 videos. You have to do like 5 shows.
Yes.
To shoot one video.
Just one video.
And you still have family, and you still have self-maintenance, and you still have workers. It's a lot. So if only we were at the point in Nigeria where artists get royalties. In fact, I'm even way beyond that now. I thank God for giving what He has given me, and I'm able. I am okay.
Right.
I still pray for more because I still need to grow bigger than I am right now. But looking down the lane, there are a lot of artists who were big 20, 30 years ago. And when you see them now, you cannot recognize them. They're in abject poverty because there's nothing to sustain them.
Yeah.
Ordinarily, the royalty system is what's supposed to be sustaining artists. But there's nothing like that. So at the age of 40 or 45, 50, most of these artists are nowhere. Most of them are living on that bridge. You can't even identify. If you say, that was that guy, it's like, no way. You have no idea. So my prayer right now, and I just hope that somehow royalties come into place so that at least at the end of every month, artists who don't exactly have their music in much circulation as it used to be would have something to fall back to. Would even end up they create some kind of health program for them, insurance and stuff.
Okay. Now, looking at you working with other artists, right, reaching out to them, is there some sort of agreement whereby there has to be financial kick-in before you do collaborations? How does it work for you?
It's a tit for tat thing most times. It's a scratch my back and scratch yours thing. If there's chemistry, or if the artist thinks that the other artist thinks that the project you guys want to work on is something that will benefit both of us, then there's no need to include money. What we can do is just sign papers talking about copyrights and that percentages, and then we move on. But in a situation where maybe it's like an upcoming artist, I like to call a spade a spade.
Okay.
It's not enough to just record good music and then you keep it on the shelf. You're wasting my time, you're wasting my talent. I could have put that verse on something else. When I ask the artist, okay, so you want to feature me? Let me listen to the music. Is it good music? Oh, very well and good. Secondly, do you have financial backing to take care of this project? Because you need to shoot the video, you need to promote the song. How are we going to go about that? We cannot waste this beautiful time and great talent that God has given both of us. If it's a situation where I can help, I can come in 50 because the song is amazing and I think that the audience will really love it and it will be good for me too. We'll do 50-50. But where I know this is just one joke, because some artists will do a feature with you and what they do is that they make it a trophy. So they just put it in their studio and anybody that comes around, I have a song with Yemi, Alade, and they just play. Now that is one thing we need to avoid, and I have a few people that are like that.
Okay.
So that's how it works when it comes to collaboration.
Okay. Yemi, it's been a great time with you.
Yes, it has.
I have to keep going. I just noticed that if we keep going, we're going to be talking
I'm telling
terabytes,
you.
memory card.
Yes.
The whole space is going to be going. Okay. Yemi, still growing in the business, right? I'm
Definitely.
sure. Are you thinking of getting married, having kids?
Oh, everybody
settling
wants to
down?
get married at some point. I don't know when. I don't know when.
Have
But
time to
right
date?
now, it will not be next year.
Do you have time to date?
It's tough.
Okay.
It's
What's
really
Yemi's
tough.
ideal guy? What's your definition of your ideal guy? This is the kind of guy I'd want to, live the rest of my life with.
Humor is all because I can be very uptight when I want to. So humor is good for the dish. Of course, good dress sense. Definitely fear and respect God. But most importantly, you must have a direction in your life. You must have ambitions. Things that you're walking towards, not things that you just say and they sound pretty.
Okay.
And then you just keep saying them for the next 50 years. No. You must have ambitions and you're working towards them and you're already yielding results. Whether they're losses or profits, but they're yielding results. Yes.
So, man who's got old, I can take you to the altar.
Something like that.
We working, baby.
Yeah.
I heard that. I like that.
Ah, you do.
Put it right there. Thank you very much, Yemi.
Thank you. My pleasure.
It's way overdue. I'm happy we did this together.
Same here.